Ashley Land and welcome to another episode of Firehouse Foods. Today I'm at Station 6 with Lieutenant Steve Tonic. Hi Steve, how are you?
Doing well, how are you, Ashley?
Good. Coach, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I've worked for the Grand Prairie Fire Department just about 29 years.
Oh wow.
And I spent a great deal of my time here at Station 6. I was a firefighter here. I promoted out, and I came back as a driver later, and now I'm lieutenant here.
Okay, and what's your favorite part about working at Station 6?
I like it because I've had a lot of history here. I just remember having birthday parties for my kids here. I worked a lot, and my wife would bring kids here to have parties, and I just have a lot of history here with the people in the district, and I just like it here.
Well, that's good. Grand Prairie Fire is always a big family. Can you tell us what we're making today?
We're making migas.
Okay.
It's a Mexican breakfast dish. They vary different places. Some places you can go to some Mexican restaurants and they don't even know what it is. But I think it's primarily something from Texas.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, let's go ahead and get started.
Okay.
Okay, Steve. So tell us what goes in your migas.
Okay. What we have is it starts out. We have eggs. That's the main ingredients in the migas.
Okay.
We have onion, jalapeno, cilantro, corn tortillas. I like to use the white corn tortillas. That's just personal preference. We have Mexican cheese, have bacon, and we use a little bit of olive oil or vegetable oil and butter, and we have picante sauce that you can add at the end if you want it.
Okay. Now I've had them with tomatoes sometimes. You can just kind of throw in whatever you like, right?
Migas are very versatile. You can use sausage, you can use chorizo, you can use tomatoes,
Okay.
You can leave out the cilantro. You can just do what you want with it, but that's just how we're making them today.
Okay. So what's the first step?
The first thing we'll do is we'll put some vegetable oil in the skillet, and we will saute the tortilla chip. We'll take these tortillas and slice them into strips, saute them until they're firm, and then we'll set those aside.
So when we're cutting the strips, is there a specific size that we need to slice them?
Not really. It's not exact size. I just cut little strips like this.
Okay.
And you can make them a little bigger or smaller, however you want to do it.
Okay. Perfect.
And if you want, you can slice them across like this, a little bit smaller.
So it's all personal preference.
Just however you want to do it, where you can move them around in the skillet and get them sauteed.
Okay. And how long do we leave them in there?
Well, what we'll do is just eyeball it. When they start to toughen up or they look crispy, then we'll take them out. So.
And you just coated the bottom of the pan with oil?
Yes, I used olive oil.
Okay.
And then you could use vegetable oil, but I used olive oil.
Okay.
And you constantly have to watch them. You can't leave them unattended because some may get too done and some may not get done enough. So you want to make sure they're all a little crispy.
Well, Steve, they look to be about ready, right?
That's right. They're beginning to brown up. We need to probably take them off here pretty quick.
Okay. Next, I'm assuming we are slicing everything up, right?
That's right. We're gonna slice all our ingredients and prepare them to put into the migas.
Okay.
So, what I'll start off with is the jalapenos. What I do is I cut the tip off because there's a little brown spot. And that's just me. I just don't like having that on there.
Okay.
And I don't want the stem on there.
Of course.
I'll get rid of that. And what we're going to do is devein these jalapenos. Now you don't have to do that if you like things hot. You can leave this membrane in there. And you can leave the seeds in there. And it makes it hot, but a lot of people don't like that much heat, so I'll just remove that.
I like the heat.
Well,
do you like the heat?
I like hot stuff, but I really don't like the membrane and the seeds in there.
Gotcha.
So I do it like this.
I guess the seeds can be a pain.
They can be, that's right.
Now the cilantro.
That's right. Now this cilantro, I just pick the very ends off, the flowers off of it, the end of it, on the stems. I don't want the big stems in there.
Yeah, you don't want that.
And I'll wash it real thoroughly. And now we're just kind of mixing it up into smaller pieces. Now, there's certain people just don't like cilantro. It tastes like soap to them. So you really need to, I've heard people say that. It's just the way it is. So you need to check and see if your people who are eating like cilantro. I love cilantro.
It's an acquired taste, but I like it. And the onion. So we're sauteing the onions.
That's right, we're sauteing the onions.
I'm assuming to knock some of the kick out of them.
Yeah, it makes it where they're not so strong.
Right.
Saute them until they're translucent, kind of clear.
Steve, how long is the normal prep time for the migas?
You know, I've never really thought about that. I would say it takes about 15, 20 minutes, something like that.
And then at the end, you put it all together, right? So that only takes a few minutes.
That's right. Once you have everything prepped, it's pretty easy. Then you just dump it in.
Okay. Okay, so after we have sauteed our onions a little bit, what's next?
Well, we start whipping our eggs to get ready to put those in the skillet.
Okay. And how many eggs is that?
That's a dozen eggs.
Dozen eggs.
Yes, ma'am.
And you said it feeds 6 to 8 people, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are we just scrambling the eggs?
Yes, we're just scrambling the eggs.
Okay.
A little bit, we can add our ingredients. I usually add them when they become soft scrambled.
Oh, okay.
I don't want them to be too dry, but I don't like putting them in when the eggs are still liquid because it can make the tortillas slimy or the bacon slimy. It's better just to have it just about done.
Okay, time for the chips, right?
That's right. Just dump them in there.
Pour them in?
Just pour them in. There we go. Thank you.
Okay, Steve, I'm sure you've heard from everyone that this is my favorite part because I get to eat it.
Well, I hope I live up to
Yeah.
what you're expecting.
That's really good. It's like a scramble. You got everything in there. Your whole breakfast in one. If you'd like a copy of today's recipe, you can visit us at gptx.org/firehousefoods. Well, Steve, thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
I hope you had some fun with us.
I had a lot of fun.
Okay, good. Food's always fun, right?
That's right.
Well, folks, I hope you join us next time for another tasty episode of Firehouse Foods.